10 ways in how a believer is able to observe patience during calamities. And there is absolutely no doubt that each and every single one of us here and everyone outside this masjid, believer and disbeliever, all have gone through calamities or are going through calamity in the present moment or will go through a calamity in the future. This is a fact in life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised that He will test mankind. In many parts of the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, He says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ وَنَبْلُوكُمْ. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ means I swear to it that I will be testing you all. That kum at the end means all of you. Believer, non-believer, messengers, prophets, righteous ones, low iman, high iman, doesn't matter who you are. And Allah took an oath to that. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ. Al-bala, this is a part of life. Well, subhanallah, some ulama mentioned, why would Allah Azza wa Jal even mention this fact to us? Why did He tell us? And why did He take an oath to the fact that He will test us? Simply so that He can prepare you and I for the test. When I read وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ, I sense Allah's mercy and compassion in this ayah. Allah Azza wa Jal informed us that He will test us all to prepare us, so that we're not shocked when the test comes. So that when the test does arrive and the calamity arrives, simply we're going to say to ourselves, that's what Allah promised. Nothing out of the ordinary. That's what Allah promised. You know, I give you an example. Imagine I was your teacher and your students in a classroom. And one day I entered the classroom and I said to you, dear students, pack away your books and I'm going to give you a test and you'll be examined for what we have studied in the last 5 months. How shocked will the students be? But like, well, you didn't tell us. Why didn't you inform us? We would have at least come prepared, and everyone's hesitating. Imagine me as a teacher now, walked in and I said, these students, I'm going to test you for everything we've taken in the last 5 months next week. So when next week comes, what happens? You come prepared, ready. You're not hesitating because I've already informed you that I will test you. So similarly, in the same way, when we read the Quran, Allah said to us, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ, we will test you. Why is Allah informing us of this fact and reality? So that when the test strikes and it arrives at your door, nothing out of the ordinary. This is exactly what Allah Azza wa Jal promised. And Allah Azza wa Jal promised that He'll test us in several things. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ. He'll test you with something of fear, anxiety. So your heart won't be settled at times. It'll fast forward in the future and start worrying. What am I going to do with my kids? My future job? My relationship? My marriage? I don't know how things are going to unfold in the future. This is an ibtila, whether you know it or not. That actually a test. Allah is testing you with it. بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ. And hunger, poverty, a loss of job, loss of wealth. That's going to be a test Allah Azza wa Jalla will bring upon each and every single one of us. He tested the best of us in this matter. Ayyub alayhi salam, a beloved prophet to Allah Azza wa Jalla, was tested in his wealth. Allah Azza wa Jalla took away everything from him. Even messengers were not spared of this test. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. Test you with hunger, with a loss of provisions, with a loss of wealth. Your loved ones will die, your friends will die, you'll be tested with this matter. وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, Allah Azza wa Jal says at the end of this ayah. So a test is a part of life, and the believers and mankind will be tested in many aspects of life. And the question is, why does Allah Azza wa Jal test the believer? Why? Aren't the believers people upon the truth? They worship Allah, they obey Allah and His Messenger. Why does He test them? Isn't Allah Azza wa Jal able to give the believers a happy, stress-free life? Isn't Allah Azza wa Jal able to give them victory with the word kun? Most definitely, no one doubts that. Allah Azza wa Jal can give you a stress-free life from the moment you're born. He can give you a life just like Adam alayhi salam when he was in the paradise. Beautiful days, stress-free, no worry, no pain, no agony, no suffering, no nothing. And He will give us such a life. He did promise over there in the paradise. Allah Azza wa Jal called the paradise lahum darus salam. He called it the abode of peace. As-salam meaning the abode that is free of trial and calamity and test. That's over there. It's not here. So why did Allah Azza wa Jal test us in this worldly life when He is able to give us a very good life without any calamities? Simply, the answer is because the heart of a believer only wakes up and comes to life and grows in its iman and relationship with Allah during intense calamities. The faith of the believer, it increases during calamity. That's how the heart was created. You see, our body, it increases in its energy and strength when we sleep right, eat right, drink, rest, and so on. That's how the body gets its strength and energizes itself. But the heart, where does it get its iman from? Where does it fuel up with iman? Where does it get its strength from? During calamities and trials and tribulations. That's when it grows. And this is why Allah Azza wa Jal decreed hardships and calamities upon the believers. So at the end of the journey of life, they meet Allah Azza wa Jal with hearts that have been charged with iman and certainty in Allah Azza wa Jal. They meet Allah Azza wa Jal with firmness and steadfastness upon iman within their hearts.